them why it's bad. It's just, it's such a better user experience for everyone if people have to justify their suggestions rather than me shooting them down. I think that's one of the things I hate most when I watch other people stream. Watching a streamer just sit there and respond to why card suggestions are bad for the entirety of their stream rather than being like, why don't you tell me why it's good? They just don't do anything else. It's just really annoying to me. There will be a lot of chat lethal and some of them will be right. This deck does a lot of stuff, chat. We like get Paradox Engine out and then we like draw cards and make a bunch of mana with stuff. It's gonna be a good time. One thing that is interesting, last time we played this archetype, it had Wildfire in the sideboard or in the main deck and that was very good. So not having Wildfire should be an interesting experience. 3 mana is so much mana, Zanman. It's so much mana. Modern is a format that's about brutal mana efficiency. And 3 mana is not very efficient. Staticaster and Electrolyze are also kind of different cards in my mind. If this deck falls flat on its face, which it very well could, if we 0-3 with this, I'll probably play another league, but if we don't, if we play all 5 matches, this will probably be the last deck I play today. Matty Ice with that brand new Twitch Prime. Thanks a lot and welcome. I appreciate it. I am planning to start early tomorrow, so I'll be on at 9 a.m. tomorrow as opposed to my normal 11 a.m. start to make up for the hours we had to miss today. Because Moto was down. Stream Decker, yep, thank you. McCarlin, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. To answer your best, I think I put a Tron deck in the queue. I think Mono Green Tron is in there. Yeah, Mono Green Tron is in there. I think Tron's a great deck, and by great I mean cracked in half. Spell Snare's great. Bertrand. Listen, there's only one place you should direct your anger for Tron being legal. Don't hate the Tron players. Hate Wizards of the Coast for letting Tron still be legal. Look at this deck list for blue-red fairies. Boy, do I have a link for you. That's I should plug this a little bit more. Well, I guess I'm still working on it. I'm starting to put deck lists that we play a lot on my website, along with what's the word I'm searching for? Along with cards and stuff that what is the word I'm searching for? I'm starting to put deck lists on my website along with playlists of all the times we've played them and my current deck list for it. Zach, that's not my font choice. That's a really crappy plugin that I found for WordPress that formats the deck list and does mouse over images. So I didn't choose any of that. That's just the only plugin I was able to find. I think I'm going to have to pay someone to write me a plugin that doesn't suck. Because there isn't a plugin that exists for WordPress that highlights cards in a nice manner and formats them into deck lists that I found. So if anybody knows of a WordPress plugin that presents deck lists in a pretty manner, I know the actual deck lists on there kind of suck at the moment. I don't know my way around WordPress, Zach. I'm just an idiot monkey clicking and pounding on the keyboard, basically. Yeah, the plugin is old and still only one. You're not... Yeah, I have no idea. I actually sent a message to... Oh, DeFreaky, you've got... Yeah, Stream Decker. Yep, I recognize your name. Sweet. Yeah, I was gonna say, Stream Decker reached out and said they had one that they were working on. So that would be sweet. Yeah, the only thing I'm unhappy with on the site currently is the way the deck lists are formatted. So once I get that done and then I add more deck lists to the site, I think I'm gonna have like a dozen or 2 dozen decks on the main deck list page there, and I plan to break them up into 3 sections. I'm gonna have competitive, playable, and meme, just to like let people gauge the power level at a glance. Sounds good, Brickhouse. Karn the nerds. Karn them all. Well, I guess I should have just put a charge counter on one of these, right? I did, Matty Ice. Thank you for it. It did pop up, I believe. Yeah, you're on the events list there. Are we allowed to donate to the same deck multiple times? Not anymore, Admiral Vortex. I did that before, and, well, let me rephrase. If it's a deck that I know I like playing, that's still okay. But if it's not a deck that I know I like playing, the answer is no. Perfect, DeFreaky. That's super easy. You can copy and paste the deck list from the screen, Sunko. As of the last update, there's the option to do that. Yeah, there's a button there. Thank you, Brecken. All right, ready to ring the dinner bell, chat? Are we owling mine now? Or are we dancing? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We need a lot still to... Yeah. Hey, I'm Freak. Thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Yeah, we did, Jet. We beat Storm. We beat Storm for a second time. Why does it feel unwinnable? Our opponent hasn't really put any pressure into play. Like, they're like smacking us and telling us, no, don't do that. But like the reality of the situation is that like they're not actually killing us. So like, it's gonna time people out instead of telling them off. Is this build not playing Otherworld Atlas? Wow, it's not. This build seems a lot worse than the other one that we played at a glance. Like, no Wildfire backup plan seems kind of medium. I think we're just cracking this turn, right? Just draw 2 more cards. Sunko, did you watch the last Green Black Elves League that we played? I talked about things I would change at the end there. Things I liked and things I didn't like. Now they have a clock going, so it's less good for us. It's a real shame there's no Wildfire in here. I really kind of like that aspect of the older one. Fraps, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. I don't think we can beat a counterspell here, so we're just gonna play our cards and hope they don't have it. Help me, mods. I have too many chat privileges. The Squire of Hooglandia with the 3-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate it. Why do you want to push up Chalice and EE? That deck usually doesn't have a hard time getting EE going. You may win through confusion. There's no way you let this resolve, right? Like, if you have a counterspell, this isn't resolving. For Titan Shift. That seems really narrow. I feel like that's just, like, far worse than just playing, like, getting your Slay Line of Sanctity type card. Alright, so I assume I just want to bring in my threats against the control deck, but Wurmcoil actually doesn't seem that good here, right? Defense grid is obviously okay. Yeah, maybe the Wurmcoils aren't good enough. Karn, I think, is fine. For people out there, fun money is on the way. Thank you, Arky, for the 5-month resubscription. Thanks for sending that this way again this month. I do appreciate it. Your horse is amazing, Ian. Knights need horses to ride on to defend the realm. Gosh, Hedron Archive seems really bad too, right? I don't actually know what we're doing, chat. We're mostly just over here being a science dog. Remember, if you want to try and tell me how to sideboard, if you don't tell me what to cut in addition to what to bring in, I'm just basically going to ignore you because it's not helpful. You need to be specific. Tell me what we should cut and why. Why is your change better? There's a JAC deck without mana dorks. Not that I'm aware of. Not in a long time. Because I assume the Coretapper is going to die. I also feel like this is a matchup where we're not just supposed to be racing to the end. This might be the last deck. I don't know. If we don't win any games, we'll play one more deck after this because we'll be done quickly. Hey, thanks, Freak. YouTube doesn't offer timeouts. Well, I got you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for keeping me here. I do appreciate it. So I'm getting clicked, okay. This costs a mana to put a charge counter on something. Seems unnecessary, Adam. You also have to have a mountain, which the deck doesn't have. Now, I think that sounds really narrow, Squirrel. Modern's a format where there's too many decks and you just can't play cards for only one matchup. I wonder if they just take the Walking Ballista here because I can play it and shoot the click. They're just scared of our win condition. Miss on a land here and hate myself. Sweet. Hit the Inventors Fair. And again, like, if these decks aren't clocking us, they don't have a Snapcaster Mage or a Click or like Soldier tokens and something to play to actually be like attacking us and ending the game, it really doesn't matter how much disruption they have because we're going to get to play through it. Thanks, Chalice. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here enjoying the stuff. You know, the way I run my chat is not for everyone, but I just do what works for me. And again, like, we get to kill their threat here. I'm pretty sure this one falls under meme, if I were to throw this on the website. Although, you know, this is a Karn, so results may vary. Bet you weren't expecting me to play a good card, opponent. Bet you weren't expecting me to play a good card. Oh no! Oh no! That's so rude. JK, it's fine. Everything turned out better than expected, chat. Everything turned out better than expected. Oh, come back, Jeskai opponent. Come back. Turns out 7 mana cards are good. 7 mana cards confirmed good. It's got stirrings and defense grades, seems fine. It's absurd how much better this card is than Ponder. It really is. That's actually a good comment, Dows. The Antiquities War, whatever it's called, the 4-mana one that like impulses twice for artifacts and then makes all your artifacts kill them, is actually probably an okay sideboard card in this deck. Disrupting Shoal, in my experience, is too narrow in Modern. Not only is it card disadvantage, but it's just a very narrow effect. You can use Gambit to proliferate the Saga counters. Now we're cooking with gas. This is a deck full of Modern staples, chat. Deck full of Modern staples. Am I excited for Indie? Yeah, it should be a good time. I think I'm more excited for the people in Indy, getting to hang out with Matt for the weekend, than the actual Magic, if that makes sense. This is possibly the last deck today. It depends on how this deck does and how long it goes. I need to be done by 5 o'clock today, because Christy has somewhere to be at 6. It is currently 3:15. So I have an hour and 45 minutes. Zero Sleep, thanks for the 5-month free subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me here. Thanks for keeping me employed. Welcome to everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. We got started a little bit late today because Moto had downtime. I'm planning to... what's the words I'm searching for? I am planning to be live early tomorrow to make up for the time I missed today. Yeah, they have to take the clasp, right? I have a Discord for my subscribers. I do not have a public Discord. You are always welcome to message me deck lists. I tapped the wrong lands here. You're welcome to message me deck lists, and I will try and do my best to get a chance to look at them, but I don't always get a chance to look at everything, unfortunately. Yeah, my article's up on Gathering Magic right now, Billy Boy. Yeah, but this way I get to get Coretapper into play. Am I playing Faye or Kiki? If we do get to another league today, we're playing Team Kiki. It's the next deck in the queue. This is only the first match with this deck, so I can't actually gauge if we're ahead or behind at this current point in time. I don't actually know. If you asked me, are we winning? My answer is just like a question mark. Like I'm uncertain. It feels like we are winning and prepared for disappointment. What a way to say that. Just feels really on point. I think we're ahead, but I'm prepared to not be for long. Rude. Land, please. Ding. This one. The batteriest of all the skulls. They like only have one counter left and they're not sure if they want to counter this or save it to counter the Karn maybe. Deal. Sure. All right. I guess I start with this because if we hit a land, I get to Karn them. I don't know what that card does. This is not my deck though, Mark Chalice, so I don't really have an opinion on the cards that could or should be in it. It's definitely a rather strange one. I'm glad we didn't board in the Wurmcoil Engines though, since they obviously left their paths in. Logic not for 2 here. They know we have this Karn in our hand, so they're probably prepared to get Karn's next turn. Probably have like a Cryptic Commander and another counterspell of sorts. Don't berate my opponent in Magic Online, chat. Don't be a dick. Up a casual 10 minutes on clock. You know, the usual. We could win on time, you're not wrong. They snapping wear tear here? They killed my Taco Bell. You have a negate. Going okay, Pugdy. Currently getting buried in the grave by Teferi here. Oh, a little bit tired. I think I want to just play this Walking Ballista. Really don't have a lot going on anymore, huh? I'll take a draw, but I don't think River beating Teferi plus search. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. This is one of those decks where it's just its linear game plan isn't particularly fast. It doesn't really have interaction. And to top all of that off, it loses to things like Stony Silence. So like this deck's definitely a little rough. It does have a cute name. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Thanks, Niz. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some more time working on that tonight again, I think. Get some more decks up there. What's the combo? So the combo in this deck is super convoluted. While Paradox Engine is out and an Everflowing Chalice or a Cornucopia is in play with a bunch of counters on it, you play a bunch of spells. It could be Batterskull too, and just like keep tapping and untapping and drawing cards, I guess. We played another iteration of this on stream previously, and it felt a little bit better than this one, I think, because it had a backup plan of just casting Wildfire game 1, which was pretty sweet. This deck, however, is not really doing a whole lot. Explain to me, Nathan, what the turn 3 kill looks like. I say consistently a turn 3 kill. Does this deck kill on turn 3 with any amount of consistency? Explain the series of cards that lead to a turn 3 kill. Yay! Goblin Guy's gonna unmulligan us. I mean, I believe you that you can turn 3 kill, but that's like when someone posts one of their, when you're on the draw, you can kill on turn 1 with these 8 cards. And it's just like, well, you're right. You can kill on the draw with those 8 cards. It's definitely an accurate statement. Did I have 3 mana? Yeah, probably. Mana's not really about to be our bottleneck. Ew, this is gross. The way multi-kicker works, I pay 6 for this and I still take damage. We've got ramp, we just need to assemble our 3-card combo now. Consistently killing on 4 and 5 is too slow in Modern. The way I've set up, we can crack this and play Wurmcoil next turn, right? Yeah, so I got to get this into play, and yeah, turn 4 goldfish is too slow in Modern most of the time. Decks in Modern either interact with you before turn 4, or they kill you before turn 4. Hopefully Wurmcoil is going to be good enough here. Go. Is this good enough? Have you heard about my worm? I said a worm. Oh, a worm's the word. I said a worm. How you doing, opponent? Yeah, skull crack? Feels like you don't. So we've gotten Batterskull because it can attack and block. Maybe? I don't know. Wurmcoil gains so much more. If I draw Batterskull and put it on Wurmcoil, right? Yeah, but Wurmcoil is putting them to 5, chat, and they have double Eidolon in play. So if they take this hit, they go down to 5, and they can only cast 2 spells. I don't know if that's true. I feel like we could possibly lose from here. Especially with the Grim Lavamancer. Yeah, modern staple Tezzeret's Gambit on top of our deck here. Maybe Ghost Quartering their white source is fine. I don't know. It seems... It's such an edge case. If I attack with the Worm, they block with Eidolon, and then Grim Lavamancer me, and then Grim Lavamancer it. I think I do that anyways, so that way I can play these other cards out of my hand. It also stops them from grimming me for the turn, which is nice. So I've got 10 here. So this means I can put a Batterskull into play. Forgot to activate this. This was free to activate because it spends a mana and then it makes an extra mana. It's whatever. Yeah, it's weird. Like, and we're not even like doing our combo thing, because it's like we have these awkward cards in our deck when we combo, and this was our experience last time we played this deck too, like just like casting fast Wurmcoils and Batterskulls was better most of the time, so we're just like playing awkward Tron kind of. If Being Spirits happened Friday, would you okay making sure the league happened if 12 p.m.? Remind me Friday morning tracks, and yeah, that'll probably be fine. If nothing else bumps it, that's probably fine. We beat Burn. Alright, that... We beat Burn. Good. Get to bring in some more Wurmcoils here. Cut the Hedron Archives. Clicks a bit. I probably want Nature's Claims in my deck. Do I cut these Temple Bells? It's like, why are there Paradox Engines in my deck if I'm cutting Temple Bell, though? Yeah, I'm not sure why there's an Ensnaring Bridge in the deck. I love topping lands against Goblin Guide decks. It's my favorite. Can I please break this deck down? You mean like take it apart and delete it from my deck editor? Probably at some point. This is not Magic Google, Kremple. I believe on the Magic subreddit, there's a judges questions thing linked on the sidebar. Click into that and ask your question. Or start a Reddit thread. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that would love to help you with that. So you can have it written down very clearly. There's a deck list on your screen, Beast Mode. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list. Second Eidolon. It's not good for us. I'm just doing this. Play this so that way I can Surge Node this turn. And then play a Giant Ballista next turn, I guess. We're going to be at 6, though, so we're probably dead. Kill me, baby. That's a Stony Silence, yep. Man, even the burn deck's got Stony Silence at home. This is match number 2. I think this is probably going to be the last one. I really don't care for this deck. It's just like super awkward and clunky. There's too many moving parts. I guess I keep this because it has an Ancient Stirrings. So the reason why I accepted this specific deck was because the person that sent it in had previously had a Legacy deck in the queue, and I told them they could swap it out for a Modern deck because I'm not playing Legacy again for the foreseeable future. So I was a little bit more lenient on my deck exception standards. I think normally I would have said to put this in the no-fly zone. Yeah, I think we're going to play one more league after this. Let's try and finish this match, at least to its natural conclusion, but I don't think I'm going to play another one after this. This deck doesn't seem particularly good. It doesn't seem particularly interesting either. I think we're going to play some Temur Kiki Evolution. Nope. Play pretty much just Modern on this channel these days. Admiral Vortex with a $32 donation. Put this towards Tremors, please. Should be enough. Is that, mono red? That takes it and puts it to 80. Okay, I got you. Yeah, we'll play Tremors next. Thank you. Thank you for the support, Admiral. I'm aware I can sack the tapper without it having haste, but I can't activate it without it having haste. So I got 3 counters on this total by waiting a turn. I think that's true, Silly Shadow. I think Chandra Pyromaster is a very reasonable Magic card. Honestly, I might try one of those in the Delver Fae board. It's like a card that's flexible that would be like good against Mardu and probably fine against Jeskai. I really wasn't enjoying Legacy when Shaman was legal, and I was enjoying it less when Shaman was no longer legal, so... Legacy is just a format that's very redundant. A lot of the decks that see play are very similar to each other. The decks that are good are very good, and the decks that are bad are pretty bad. There's another Paradox deck in the queue. That probably shouldn't have happened. Is it the same as this? If it's the same as this, it should have been wrapped up into here. Maybe I put it in twice. Actually, it was the one that got to spoil Sarkin on Gathering Magic. You can click on my link there and read my thoughts on the card. Oh, they said Pyromaster. Yeah, Torch of Defiance is probably the better card. I was thinking Torch of Defiance. No, Gathering Magic got a preview card and asked me to write about it. There's a small difference. I think we're actually going to win this game. So, I can put Batterskull into play this turn, right? I missed a counter on Ballista. Totally did. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, chat. Yeah, the Batterskull Ballista equip seems pretty good. This almost seems like a bad... Well, I mean, I think it's pretty different than Hardened Scales overall. This is sweet too, because we can shoot this thing and gain health with it. Schmalzed, you've got a sub icon next to your name. If you're resubbing, you need to refresh your browser page sometimes to send the message through. So we can gain 2 on demand here, which is nice. So we can go to a virtual 7, And then I have this Nature's Claim that they don't know about, which gains us 3. I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. Just like get on up to... Oh my god, I'm skull cracked. Oh my god, I'm skull cracked. Oh, that was still this turn. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. This deck is better than I played it, but I should not have accepted this deck. This deck was... Alright, we're done here. We're done. I feel like we covered a lot of why I don't think this deck is very good, but just to reiterate for people that want to click to the wrap-up of this video, the deck isn't interactive, and it isn't fast. So... You need to pick one of 2 things in Modern for your deck to be playable, generally speaking. You either need to be consistently winning the game by turn 3, or you need to be interacting with your opponent to prevent them from killing you before then. And this deck doesn't really tick either of those boxes. While there's some really absurd draws that this deck can put together that involve ramping up with things to like combo faster, the turn 3 draws are kind of few and far between and require a lot of moving parts.